the channel USDT Masters. Yeah, today as you saw, I'll be showing you the strategy called the 1530 strategy on USDT. As you know, I'm the USDT master and I discovered the strategy using the time zone trading strategy. And if you want to learn more about the time zone trading strategy, don't look any further, just join our Telegram group using the link on our description, and then you'll be one of the best one of the best traders using the time zone trading strategy. So without any waste of time, guys, this strategy is truly amazing. I've seen great profits using this strategy. I've seen wonders using this strategy. This strategy guarantees pips. It guarantees a good SL, proper risk to reward ratio. This is a really amazing strategy just to catch those pips over and over and over and over. So let's watch it without any waste of time. Let us check the strategy. So before we go to the chart, I just want to give you a scenario of what we are expecting. So we're using the 1 hour time frame. First things first. So if you don't know what 1 hour time frame is, just by coming to your trading view and clicking the time and then coming to the 1 hour, and I'm trading USDT. If you don't know where to find USDT, you just come there and you search USDT and you can choose anyone, currency.com, all that. If I'm correct, I think I'm using Black Bull, but you can choose any of them. Anything you want to use, you can choose. So let me just give you a background of the strategy, how we're gonna use the strategy. So if you come to your 15 o'clock, maybe the 15 o'clock candlestick of the 1 hour time frame closes as a green candlestick, meaning it closes as a bull, closes as a buy candlestick, you just go to the wick and then you draw a support. You go to the wick. If it's green, you go to the wick and you draw a support. And then if market does come there and closes below the market, as you can see here, we closed below. We didn't close above it. But we closed below. We didn't close above it. You can see this is a break, but we wanted to close below. That's what we want. We want the market to close below. And then if the market does close below, that's a confirmation that we are rejecting that area. And then immediately what do? We enter sales. And then immediately we enter sales. Immediately. And then that's when we're gonna start seeing the market go down. And then the same thing if maybe the 15 o'clock candlestick closes as a red candlestick. So if it closes as a red candlestick, our support, we draw it below. And we wait for the market to come there. And as I said, we want it to close above. We don't want it to close below, but we want it to close above. And as we see that rejection that we closed above, that's when we look for buys. But if the market comes there and breaks and closes below rather than closing above, closes below, we don't enter. Now we don't enter. We leave it until we see a candlestick closing above, failing to close below the support area of 15 o'clock. And then without any waste of time, let me show you the strategy on real time. Let me show you the strategy in the real world, in the real market. So I've been using the strategy for some time. So as I've said, what's the first step? First step, you wait for the 15 o'clock candlestick to close. So here's the 15 o'clock. You're gonna see the time here below, and then here's the 15 o'clock. You see it closing. You want it to close, and if it closes red as a red candlestick, you draw a support. At the wick right below, and you wait for what? You wait for market to reject that area. You want market to reject that area. As you can see here, we saw a buy, and then here we saw a break, we saw a break, we saw a close below, but we saw a break, and then we saw a break again, and then now we saw a rejection. We saw a rejection confirmation that we are rejecting the 3 o'clock support. We saw a rejection there. So what do? Once we see a rejection, we want to sell. We want to enter sales. And then right here, immediately once we saw the rejection, and then placing your SL right there, that's when we enter buys sales. You understand? It's easy as that. And then just looking at it back again here, we see that this is a 15 o'clock candlestick. Again, the time is shown there below. And if it's 15 o'clock, what do? We draw a support below the 15 o'clock. If it's a red, we draw a support below. And then what do we wait for? We wait for a rejection. We want a candlestick to come there, touch it, but close above. And as you can see, this came, went there, but closed above. And it did it again, went down and closed above. What does that mean? It means we enter buys. It means we enter buys. That's what it means. That's what it means. We enter buys. That was my buy. That was my buy there. That was my buy there. And again, using the 15 o'clock, we have a 15 there, as you can see, and then it bought. So what do we wait for? We wait for a rejection. We want the market to come there, back to a support, but show us a rejection. And as you can see, we saw a break, so we don't take it. But here we saw a rejection here. We saw a rejection. So we enter what? We enter sales. We enter sales. As you can see, it came back. So we enter sales. And as you can see here, we could have got another 200 pip move. And as you can see again there, this is also a 15 o'clock candlestick. This one. So this is also a 15 o'clock candlestick. And if it's red, we draw a line below. We draw a line below the line. We'll draw it below. And as you can see, the market broke and we saw what? A rejection. We saw a rejection there. So we enter sales. So we enter sales. And then as you can see, we could have caught a beautiful 161 pips. Guarantees almost 100 and something pips over and over again. So coming to the next day, this was not retested. So coming to another one, 15 o'clock, as you can see, this is my 15 o'clock, and if it's red, we draw a support above it and we wait for the market to reject that area. So it came, it broke, we don't use it, it broke again, we don't use it, it broke again, we don't use it, then it gave us a rejection but way above, but it came again and closed above. It came and closed above. So what do? We enter buys. At that area we enter buys, and this one could have given us a beautiful 123 pips. And then getting another 15 o'clock. This is 15 o'clock. If it's red, we draw it below. As you see, a red go below, and this candlestick came and then it went down but closed above. So if it closed above, what do? We look for buys. As you can see here, this was a good buy that gave us a beautiful 100 pips. It gave us a beautiful 100 pips. I'll do one last example. 15 o'clock. Do we have 15 here? We do have 15 there. We do. So here's 15. So if it's red, we draw a support that's above. Wait for the market to reject that area. So as you see, the market gave us that, it broke and it rejected that area, as you can see. And then if it rejected that area, what do? You wait for it to come here. But as you can see here, you could have seen a loss. So that's our first loss. I'm happy that we're seeing this, so you can see that it's safe to use your SL. As you can see here, we would have seen a loss because it broke but refused to go back inside and closed below. So we could have exited. But as you can see, you could have gotten another entry. As you can see, yes, this broke, but this one came, retested, but and closed below. And if it closes below, what do you look for? You look for sales. So you look for sales, and as you can see, with this sell, you could have caught a beautiful 180 pips. So yeah, that's the strategy. Just keep on back testing it, retesting it over and over. Same thing here. As you can see, the market broke, and then here it went up but closed below. Then what do we look for? We look for sales. You look for a place to enter your sales, and as you can see here, it broke, but that was this overall sell. That was the overall sell. That was the overall sell of 192 pips. Whoa, I'm tired. Okay, but even today we use the very same strategy for this beautiful buy entry right there. An easy strategy. So as you can see, this is the 15 o'clock right there, 15 o'clock. So we drew a support above, and then we saw the market failing to break below it, giving us a rejection and closing above. And that's when we entered buys, just going for beautiful 121 pips. So yes, I'm gonna end the video right there. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you back test, and if you want to learn more about the time zone trading strategy, go to the link on the description and join our Telegram group.